If someone tells you Performance Max is either amazing or a total waste of money, they only telling you half of the story. I've seen it double the store's revenue in about 6 weeks, and I've also seen it burn thousands of dollars a month while the owner kept being told it is still in learning mode. Especially Google representatives like to do that. So the difference comes down to 5 specific conditions, and by the end of this video you'll know which side of that line you're on. PMax isn't a strategy, it's an amplifier of what exists. A clean conversion data, a reasonably tight catalog, and decent creative assets, and then it scales winners faster than you can do manually. But if you're missing any of those components, it can spend your budget confidently on wrong things while aggregate numbers hide what's actually happening product by product. This is kind of similar to AI in general, where he can say very wrong things with a high confidence. So, sign 1, your conversion feed is thin. What do I mean by that? PMax needs real signal to learn from. Under roughly 30 conversions a month at the campaign level, it doesn't have enough data yet. And that's just simply a math problem, not this specific PMax campaign problem. You can combine campaigns into portfolio bidding strategy for more volume, or just accept that you're currently not ready for full automation and you can run manual shopping instead. Remember that no amount of asset groups or audience signal refreshing that can fix the algorithm, because it doesn't simply have enough data to learn from yet. Sign 2, your catalog spans a huge price range with no separation. A $12 accessory and a $400 centerpiece in the same asset group get served the same way, because PMax optimizes for overall value, not the fact that a big sale needs a different targeting than a small one. And there's also a profit margin difference for the business. So split by price tier or category instead of leaving everything in one asset group. Sign 3, your primary conversion action isn't your real goal. If it's counting add to cart or checkouts or add to cart value instead of purchase, or double counting through broken pixels, because you have Google Analytics and Google Ads conversions set up twice, then PMax will optimize towards the wrong outcome the entire time and still look successful while doing it. So go to your conversion settings and check if they are correct. Sign 4, your asset groups are single and they targeting the whole website inventory. One asset group covering the entire catalog with one set of headlines defaults to generic creative that works okay at its best and mostly bad. So you should split by product category or customer intent instead. You can even do A/B testing, create multiple asset groups, and then combine. For example, you can create 3 different product categories and 3 different types of audience, and then kind of mix between them and get like 9 different variations. So you will have A/B testing, and by the end of it, you will know exactly what works and what's not. Sign 5, nobody checked audience signals in months. They're a hint and not targeting. Remember that in PMax, it uses signals not as a specific targeting, but more like a suggestion or advice, what kind of audience you want to get. So you should be very, very careful here. You should refresh the first party list, feeding them at least once a quarter, review it and A/B test it. If your account is clean on all 5, you have healthy volume, reasonable price, category separation, accurate conversion tracking, the signals are great, then PMax will generally outperform manual shopping. It's not smarter or dumber than manual, it's just more sensitive and it amplifies whatever the fundamentals you give it. So there you have it, a quite short video. I hope this will help you improve your PMax campaign performance today. If you have any questions, just Let me know in the comments, and as always, I'll see you in the next one.